Let's see who we got over on TikTok. If you're on TikTok, if you could just do me a favor and head over to my Twitch channel, just because I want to be able to see the chat from you guys. And also welcome to episode 5 of Mind of a Sinner. We started this series. If it's episode 5, it got to be well over a month now, right, gang? Oh, Mika's in here. What up, Mika? Okay, now we got a party. Mika's in here. So, as y'all know, we started the Mind of a Sinner's. It started off as a way for me to communicate how I, a little bit behind the scenes of creating the Sinners album, and a little bit of my mind state of how I was putting together records, and the scenes that I was using to create those records, and deep diving into that. And it started off as that, and then it just became me. It became like a what's the word, like a meeting place for everybody that's into what we doing. This whole CHAPO brand, this whole chop shop thing. It's been amazing to grow with you guys, so I always point back when people say like what kind of got you started. I always like, yo, it's really the supporters, you know what I mean? And we've grown into a little family here. So again, welcome back to the Mind of a Sinner. Now, there's a couple of things I want to talk about. There's a couple of things I want to get into. I definitely want to look into a couple of things that I've seen online in regards to Tekashi 6ix9ine is now all of a sudden what's the word? I guess popping, right? Like that's the word I would use. I see people are platforming 6ix9ine again. I see that uh all right, let's just start with the 6ix9ine. So 6ix9ine comes back, and 6ix9ine decides to go at Fat Joe. Now, here's the thing, bro. With Fat Joe, I have a lot of respect for Fat Joe just because, little quick story, Fat Joe was the first person. I did the BT hip hop cipher. I can't remember the year I did it, but I did the BT hip hop cipher. If somebody remembers the year that I did it, please put it in the chat for people to know. So I did the BT hip hop cipher, and the first rapper outside of like the people I was fucking with on the song, when I was in LA, the first rapper to reach out was Fat Joe. And Fat Joe wanted to reach out because he wanted to sign me to Terror Squad. Now, here's the thing that happened. So, Fat Joe wanted to bring me on Terror Squad. At the time, I just signed a production management deal with MBK Entertainment and Jeff Robinson. Now, MBK was the home of like Alicia Keys, uh, K Michelle, Tiara Thomas, her. Who else came out of that camp? Uh, Elvana, I'm Jermaine Paul, Alan Stone, a lot of neo soul, R&B type artists, right? Came out of that camp. So I was signing BK management production deal. Fat Joe wanted to sign me. At the time, I was so new to the industry, and this is a little bit an attest to how the industry run, gang. So when I was signed to the when I was signed even as a management production deal, I was under the assumption, even at this time, because I go from songwriters to now they want to pump me as an artist. I really didn't want to do it. I really did it as a favor to a really good friend of mine's. Crumble. Crumble has stepped in the building. Let's go. All right. And she walked in at the right time, too. I was waiting for it. I was looking for it this time, Crumble. I got the chat right there. I was like, yo, where's she at with it? All right. So again, I'm in the middle of telling the story of Tekashi and Fat Joe, but a little bit of how I met Fat Joe and all that. So I was telling them that I did the BT Hip Hop Cypher, and Fat Joe reached out shortly after that to my manager that I was signed to named Jeff Robinson. And Jeff, so I was under the assumption, bro, just the way it was positioned, like you gotta understand, bro. I've never I never did the artist thing. So the way it was presented, I looked at him like he was my boss. I didn't know a manager. I guess no, in my head, a manager in a regular 9 to 5 job, like you work for the manager. You know what I mean? Not realizing I'm the company. No, he's supposed to be managing what the fuck I got going on. So there was a warped sense of like I worked for this guy in my head with this shit, Jeff Robinson. And I really treated him like a boss rather than treating him like somebody that was my manager. So it was a weird dynamic. It really was. Cause not only that, but I've known, like, this is somebody I've known since I was a kid. From a kid that I've known. I like grew up, he grew up, like he watched me grow up type shit. So I also looked at him like a male, I ain't gonna say father figure, that's too far, but like a uncle. Like, people called him Uncle Jeff type shit. So I looked at him like that, right? So I felt this kind of like undying loyalty to make him to make him fuck with me, or like to make him like me, or like I don't know, bro. I think back to that time, that whole like space, and it was such a blur. Like I went from songwriting to now they're trying to turn me into Chris Brown 2.0. I swear to God, like this is really what happened. Like I came in as my boy wanted me to do this deal with MBK. I come in, next thing I know, they want Chris Brown, Trey Songz 2.0. They trying to groom me into that. We'll get into some records a little bit later on that I wrote and wound up giving a Breezy afterwards. We'll get into that shit. But I say that to say, I say that to paint the setting of what it was like to be on this label. So Fat Joe reaches out and he says, hey, I want to sign the, at the time I was going by the name Fame. He's like, oh, thanks, F, 2012. Yes, that was the hip hop cipher when I did it in 2012. So at the time he reaches out, he says, I want to sign that kid. Jeff, mind you, this is like Alicia when Alicia was Alicia. You know what I mean? Like Alicia Keys. I mean, Alicia Keys is still Alicia Keys. Let's not get it fucked up. But this is like Empire State of Mind type Alicia. Like, you know what I mean? Like she's huge. So Jeff is looking at Joe on some like, basically they get into like what I would call like a dick showing contest. No Diddy. Like on some like ego shit. You know what I mean? And first off, so Joe reaches out to me. He hits me up via Twitter. I still have the tweet. I still have the DM. Let me see if I can find it for the cameras real quick. I still have the DM and all of that, right? He says, I want to sign you, whoop-de-woo. Here's my number. Call me. I call him, and he's giving me the whole spill. Yo, I'm going to fly you out to Miami. I'm going to have you working with Trey Songz. I'm going to have you working with this one. I got connections to everybody out here. What my word is law out here. He gives me the whole spill, bro. The whole spill. So I say, all right. Instead of saying, all right, let's make something happen, I say, but I can't make no moves unless I talk to I think I even said my boss on the phone with Joe. I said I can't make no moves unless I talked to Jeff, like I talked to my boss type shit. He said, okay, for the sake of how excited he was to fuck with me at this time, he said, all right, cool. So he speaks to my fucking, he speaks to Jeff. Like I said, they get into ego. Basically, the meeting went nowhere. The meeting was like, Joe would call, Jeff would like be like, why would I have my artist sign it? Because Joe wanted to sign me to Terror Squad, and Jeff's position was, Terror Squad ain't nobody. Who the fuck is they? Like, why would you sign over there? Like, and then Joe was the first person to reach out. So in Jeff's mind, he's like, well, if Joe gonna reach out, I'm not gonna take the first nigga that wanna come over here and fuck with her. Like, Jeff had a very weird way of looking at things. You know, I don't know. When you sell 60,000 records, you know, I guess it changes you. So I'm just giving you my background with Joe and all of this. But I say that to get into this whole thing that's going on with 6ix9ine. Now, listen, I am not a 6ix9ine fan. Let me preface that. I think Buddy has a I think he has a gift of gab. And he has the gift of gab, and he comes across as somebody who thinks he's smarter than everybody else in the room. Because he'll try to talk circles around shit. And I watched the Vlad shit. I watched I watched what I could. I watched bits and pieces. I didn't sit down and watch the whole thing, but I did watch some of it. And I saw, or maybe it wasn't the Vlad one. Maybe it was the one he did with Danger. So 6ix9ine, Fat Joe. And he says this about Fat Joe. And this is when I had to sit and say, you know what? As much as I hate to say it, I might have to agree with 6ix9ine on this one.
6ix9ine did an interview with the Denzer Project, and during this interview, they asked him about Fat Joe comments about him, and he proceeded to expose Fat Joe. And we're gonna cover it in this video and even do like a deep dive into the accusations, because I fact checked what 6ix9ine said, and it's 100% true.
Sure.
Fat Joe said that
Fat Joe's a lean back. We've been leaning back for 20 years, man. Like,
he said you crowned yourself the rat leader and you wrote the 48 laws of snitching.
Let's pause here real quick and go back to what Fat Joe has been saying about 6ix9ine over the years. Because Fat Joe has been relentless on 6ix9ine over the years.
Cat, that like,
yeah,
this one?
Which was pointing out the and kind of reveal how he can't talk about integrity, morals, and principles.
If I crown myself the rat leader, he crowned himself as the cap leader. He didn't rob no 50 niggas at no gym. That nigga, yo, bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Which one's my camera? That one?
Yeah.
This one? That one? Yeah, Fat Joe, you're a like, you're I'm not even gonna lie, you're a captain of the cap. Like, nobody believe, even your co-host who's Jadakiss don't believe you. Every time you say a cap, that like, oh, like, but like I said, you gonna go
flag, like
and
flag on the play.
And my next song, I even say, I be spitting so much facts that I make jokes to distract. That's the next bar in my song. Don't like the truth, so y'all make jokes to the.
So he'll say something like all facts, right? But here's the thing. I'll use this analogy. It's like taking a cup of water, right? A cup of clear water, and dropping a dot of ink in it and it ruining the whole water. And I say that analogy for this. Yes, what he is saying is fact, but the drop of ink that goes into that water corrupts all the purity of what the fuck he's saying. Because this is the same guy. you see that he's not an idiot. He's no dummy. Regardless of what people say about this nigga, rat, this, that, he's no dummy. He knows what he's doing and he knows how to do it. And he does it well. He's entertaining, right? He'll sit there and tell y'all the story, but leave out, bro, you used 9 Trey just as much as 9 Trey used you. You took advantage of a street gang, and you may have been the most intelligent person in that street gang. Let's be honest. When I hear some of these dudes talk, Male Matrix, I'm like, all right, I can understand how somebody like this can talk circles around them or convince them of something or them being enticed by fame and all of that. So you use your gift of gab the same way he's using it right now to make everybody go, hey, he's right. He's right. That's the same shit he went and pulled with 9 Trey. They both used each other. The difference between him and them is they caught the shorter end of the stick. They caught the shorter end of the stick. So though it's hard for me to sit there and like he says, he says it in his videos, honestly. He's like, niggas don't like it because I be talking fact. Yeah, bro, he be talking motherfucking facts. But it's the stance of what he took. It's the stance of the way he did it. The compromise of bro, you trying to paint yourself as a victim. And you're from the beginning, your tactics, just like the people you're talking about, were predatory. You preyed on the fact that these men wanted to get up out the hood. Obviously, whatever Jim Jones had going on with them wasn't really doing it. They saw an opportunity. You saw an opportunity. Y'all both took the opportunity. And when shit hit the fan, you went left. You went, and at the end of the day, they caught the shorter end of the stick. Listen, I've heard the whole story. I said this on TikTok. I've heard the whole story, not just from the outside, but from the inside, because I know a couple of these guys. And I'm telling you, a lot of the Bendito shit, yeah. Let me see what Crumb was saying, because Crumb always drive. It's easy to beat a slime nigga when they willing to do anything for money. To find a sucker, you lick it, they bad. He want, yeah, they Crumble, you hit it on the nose. They both played a game, 9 Trey and him. They both played the same game. He just played it better. He won. He beat y'all at the game. Y'all knew this nigga was not cut from a certain cloth. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to see that. This is why I can't be mad when he be popping it the way he do. Because, listen, the only thing I don't like is when he try to hold, I be by myself and all. Yeah, we seen what happened when you be by yourself, my boy. You got your ass beat in the gym. But I do respect you for being by yourself, because I'm not the same type of person. I be by myself. I don't run around with 20, 30 niggas around me. I keep a couple of solid niggas around me that I know if anything happens, you know, these are the guys that's going to make sure all this shit get taken care of. But he played the game and he won. And now, because of what Thug has done to the culture, bro, there's a saying my mom's always used to say, you give somebody an inch, they gonna take a motherfucking mile. You give them an inch, they gonna take a mile. We didn't give 6ix9ine an inch, right? We didn't really give him an inch, but we played selective politics with the snitching, who not snitching, who is. To me, all these niggas is rats. Is just gonna come out in eventual time. But we played so much selective politics with the who snitching, who not snitching thing, that we've now moved the goalpost so far that we have invited 6ix9ine to have an opinion now, because when he steps on, like Crumble said, when he steps on and he says facts, the first time I seen him pop up was when the thug shit started dropping, and I saw him going, "Yo, where's the energy?" And I couldn't say nothing about it then, because I was asking. I even released a record about it. Gunna needs an apology. People thought I was saying, "Oh, why would you apologize to a rat?" That's not what the record was about. The record was about, if Gunna is not it's common knowledge Gunna ain't a street guy. Gunna's not somebody who was out committing YSL crimes, right? He's a rapper. If Gunna taking a plea deal compromises him, or Gunna talking to the police, as y'all say, compromises him, why isn't it compromised for Thug? I was calling out the hypocrisy in that record. It's complete hypocrisy to sit there and say what Gunna did was foul, but what Thug did is okay. So this has been going on in our communities for a while. There's niggas I personally know that ratted, that the hood don't fuck with, but then there's other niggas I know that ratted that the hood do fuck with. That's something that I don't understand. It depends. It is selective politicking. It just has graduated into hip hop now. You know what I mean? So all that selective politicking has led to now 6ix9ine is back in the game and going at Cap Joe. And I gotta call him Cap Joe just because, bro, some of the shit this man says is just absolutely insanity. This nigga really said he robbed a gym. And what killed me is when he said niggas helped me carry this shit out. It's like, come on, Joe. And Jada, you sitting here. I don't know why Jada's sitting there letting that shit go. I don't know why Jada's letting that shit go, but I just thought it was something to talk about. I really don't. Joey Cap versus 6ix9ine. It's sad that I wish I was talking about hip hop and the hip hop side of my city, but as you can see, my city has become podcast central. This is why when Dot says hip hop died, man, I agree. I totally agree. I see the enthusiasm, but I see it weeding out the people that don't belong. That's what I see happening. I see it weeding out, because I'll be honest with you right now. I'll be 100% honest with y'all, gang. Hip hop is not profitable right now. If you not a big dog artist, if you not Dot, if you not Alves, if you not if you not up there, this is not really profitable. You know what I mean? It really isn't. It's not profitable. And there's a couple of factors that determine that. It's not profitable anymore because the things that have been platformed were never organic. The things that were platformed were never organic. They were things that were being shoved down y'all throats. No Diddy. They were agendas that labels had. This is why you had 10 Sexy Reds. This is why you had the Ratchet era. Bruh, there was an agenda put on us. So a lot of songs that were coming out were not organically picked by the fans or championed by the fans. So this is why it seems like there's no hits anymore, because the labels they're naked out here. The labels are really naked out here, bro. People can smell an industry plant a mile away. They can smell it. They could smell it. They could feel it. They know what it look like. They know what it feels like. They know what it... Bro, people could smell it. And before, people couldn't notice it as much. And you got to thank Dot for that, because Dot really shined a light on that. A lot of that shit. Dot cracked... You know what I feel like Dot did? I feel like Dot, took the pebble and threw it at the glass and cracked the glass, and the glass just been like, and then it's just, it all broke, bro. Because that's what the fuck happened, bro. The veil of, I think not only just in hip hop, I think celebrity culture period is dying. Bro, like, look at the Kardashians. The Kardashians used to be huge. Hold on, let me go big screen for this because we need to talk about this. The Kardashians used to be fucking huge. Everything was, bro, they dictate, bro. There was a point in time where the system set up the people that they wanted y'all to like as top artists, the celebrities they wanted y'all to view as top artists. And there was such a conglomerate around that to not only sell music, but they were selling us clothes, brands. They were selling us whatever, bro. Balenciaga, bro. I literally watched Balenciaga put out some weird ass campaign. People say I ain't fucking with Balenciaga for about 2 weeks. And then Kanye wore it, and then everybody was like, yeah, it's not that bad. It was only a teddy bear with like, this was going on. This is what's really happening out here. I don't know what the fuck, like, so there was a system built around selling us. All these companies work in cahoots with the music industry. All these companies. Everybody, because they know if I could get this rapper to say this in a song, or if I could get this rapper to wear this, or if I could get this rapper to do this, I could sell this product. I could sell this, or I could boost it. So they were constant companies, and the Kardashians are a big part of this. The Kardashians kind of made this like famous because what they would do is they had the ability to pipe up rappers. You know what I mean? If there was a point in time, getting with a Kardashian was a prize in hip hop. Remember French running around with Chloe, Ye and Kim, then Travis came with Kylie, the Tyga, tried to fucking mold one of them from young. Like, this was going on. Kendrick threw a bomb in the system, kind of. Right. So this was built. You gotta understand how the industry was built. The industry was built like, these are the artists y'all gonna like. This is what y'all gonna do. The numbers have always been inflated since record sales. This is what they trying to do. If you look at a video that has 10 views, right? How enticed, and I'm not talking about now. See, now people are a little bit more awake to this shit. But if you look at a video back then, if you looked at a video with 10 views, you would no matter the quality of the video, no matter the quality of the song, no matter how good anything of that shit was, people would come under the impression, oh, this is trash. This is something we don't need to hear. This is something we don't need to see. Now, if you've seen that same video and it had 1 million views on it, literally, same song, same everything, all of a sudden, opinions change because people tend to, at this time, not talking about now, people at that time tend to think in herds. If everybody's screaming, this is the shit, you may start off saying, I ain't really jacking that. But now everybody around you singing it. Now it's on the radio every time you fucking get in the car. Now every time you get on Instagram, somebody got it as their music. Now you fucking driving and it's playing out somebody else's car. Now you find yourself humming it. Now you like, I don't even like this fucking song. Then next thing you know, you like, all right, this shit not that bad. Next thing you know, that's your shit. That's how it happened. So when Doc came, he kind of shattered that whole shit, bro. Like, listen, a lot of motherfuckers, a lot of people were benefiting, bro. A lot of people were benefiting off of, and when I say people, I mean like execs, companies. A lot of people were benefiting off of artists and not the artists. Like, if y'all seen what I make on Spotify, it's disgusting. I don't know, bro. Streaming services do not pay. They don't pay at all. Y'all know I gotta love this shit. Y'all know I gotta love this shit. And this is why I tell people, if you don't love this shit, just don't fuck with it. If you in this shit for a check, I get it. You know, there's ways to do that. And I'm pretty sure there's a fan base that'll sit there and accept that you do that. You know what I mean? But I do not do this for no fucking check. I do this because I genuinely love, it's in all my bios. I love to create. I love to create. It's come at the expense of relationships, all of that shit. I've had girlfriends who are like, yo, why do you have to take all our business and put it on songs? I can't help it. It's my therapy. It's my way it's my way from not losing my mind. This is what I feel I was put on earth to do. You know what I mean? Like, if even when you guys had no idea who I was, I did it for well over 10 years. You know what I mean? And still love it as if it was the first day. This is why I don't get writer's block. This is why I don't run out of things to say, because I genuinely love this shit. But back to the numbers. So after Doc coming in and kind of shattering that whole industry shit, now labels are scared to put money behind things. They're scared to put money into anything because they're afraid that whatever artist they have currently on that label, if they drop something and with the information that people have now, that people will easily be able to point out the flaws in it, or that's not organic, so it makes artists have to think of other types of revenue. Okay, how do artists usually get paid? It's usually from shows, merchandise, things like that. This is why artists release albums with bundles. This is why artists tend to they'll release a project and then they'll release a merch bundle with it, because the way Billboard counts it, they'll count, if I sell a t-shirt and I connect it to my album, as they'll count the fact I sold the t-shirt as an album sale. It's like a cheat code that everybody uses, especially like I say, like Nicki's, you know. I mean, everybody uses it. It's not really a cheat, but it's one of those to juice up the numbers a little bit. Even down to the merch that's sold at the concerts, you know, that boosts up the numbers. So everybody does it, bro. Everybody does it. And, you know, for a while, like I said, that type of rap was literally running the industry, bro. Let me read some of the chat. Just need more artists don't make money from the actual music. Right. Artists don't make money. This is why when people used to be like, yo, Chop, why you don't just be an artist? Because I know all of this. You know what I mean? Everything that's being said. Bro, I remember getting signed as a songwriter. And I'm not even going to put this, I don't want to put this artist on blast. This is the shit that I be talking about on TikTok when I say, people be like, yo, Chop, you need a PR. Like, because you be saying shit that you're not supposed to say. So this is a PR moment. This is a moment I'm going to use their advice. I'm not going to say this artist's name. But I remember pulling up in a certain car. And this is an artist that was like really big at the time. This is in LA. And this artist rapped about money so much, I swear to God, that this motherfucker was. And I just remember the artist getting into an argument with one of the runners in the studio because apparently he thought that he ordered like food at the studio, and he thought that whatever he ordered was on the studio's tab. and it wasn't even like a crazy tab. Like it was about, I want to say like 20 some dollars, and this artist didn't have $20. And this was like at the time a megastar. And I just remember going, how? Like, just how? Like, that's all I could say was how. Like, how? So I think that kind of spooked me from even wanting to think about being an artist, because I seen it then. And then I would be around, and a lot of female artists. There was an artist, so when I had got signed to MBK, I came on board, and there was an artist that we were at an event, and we were all drinking, and maybe this could have been because this artist was just drunk, but she knows who she is. I'm not gonna say her name either, but this artist asked me for $5 to buy a drink at the bar at an event, and this artist had like a very big song at the time. So I just didn't understand. That also made me nervous. That also made me feel like, all right, I gotta make sure I got a plan B and C, because I only took this MBK deal from my homie. Shout out to Chaz. And I'm already seeing red signs because I've never had the, I just never, or not that I never, but I just wouldn't even feel comfortable asking a fellow label mate something like that at that time. You know what I mean? Like, just, so I just knew that there was something funky with the money, with the artist side of shit. So I kind of just really like stood away from it. Well, and if I did, I always like dip my toe in it, and then I would just fall back. You know what I mean? It was just, it didn't seem enticing. And then again, not saying that I was doing it for money, but I was comfortable. I was comfortable being able to move around, do what I want. When I wanted to fly out, I could fly out. I wasn't on anybody's dime. I wasn't on, like, you know what I mean? I just had I just got my money and was able to do whatever the fuck I want. And there's a freedom in that you can't even like imagine. And BX, absolutely. Image is everything. And this is something that, like, when I first got signed as an artist to MBK, that's when I found out. Like, all this shit that I never fucking thought about. You gotta look like this. You can't post a picture with this person. You can't, if you're gonna post a picture, it has to be of this quality. I remember taking pictures. I smoke weed. You know what I mean? I'm not ashamed. Like, I smoke a lot of weed. I always got like a spliff in my hand or something. I remember my label, because they wanted Chris Brown clean version. I don't know why. Like, I really don't know why. I guess because they were R&B label, and it's just like, that's what they knew. But I'm like, whatever. But they would take the blunt out of my hand in pictures, like, oh, give me this. And then take a picture. Like, so there was a lot of that type of shit going on. This is why my first single that they released, like, on 106 in Park, was a record I had called Koi. I fucking hated that song. I hate that song to this day. It comes on, and I'm like, Jesus Christ. Like, that record was such a label-made song. Like, I had all these amazing records, and the label at the time, they're like, I think the biggest. So the A&R that was working with me was a guy named Rick the Negotiator. And at the time, Rick was responsible for the Ron Brown's record, Pop Champagne. And that record was blowing the fuck up. I ain't gonna lie. It was blowing the fuck up. And I think it was coming towards the end of that song blowing up. So Rick had all this success in New York, and also had connections to all the DJs like DJ Self, DJ Will, DJ Sus One. They all the Power 105 DJs. They were part of a group called The Union. And bro, everything I'm saying right now is a fact, and you can go check, you can go ask these people, and if I'm lying, I'm dying. All these DJs were part of a coalition called The Union, And Rick, because he had the success with the Pop Champagne record, how he broke that record in New York was he was friends with all these guys. These were his natural friends. So he started bringing me around to the point where we were able to go to Power 105 every Friday for Mix Show Radio, which is like you could play whatever on Mix Show. If it pops on Mix Show, they put it on rotation for the week type shit. So we would go from the fucking studio to the radio station. So Rick comes in as my A&R, and Rick is like, we need to create a Pop Champagne Part 2. And I'm sitting there going, mind you, I'm a songwriter, bro. So you tell me what the song to make, I'm gonna fucking make it. Like, you know what I mean? It's not a thing about if I can do it or not. I'm gonna do it. Okay, cool. If y'all think, like, I'm that guy. Like, all right, if y'all think that that's the record, cool. Like, I don't mind. So we're making this song, and I put this record together in like 5 fucking minutes, bro. And if you hear the song, you know I put together the record in like 5 minutes. It is such a, like, I don't even want to keep talking about it because I feel like after this live, everybody's gonna fucking go and look for this song. But this song is so bad, bro. But anyway, so I do the song. After I do the song, I hate the fucking song, bro. I hate the song with a passion. And like ask any artist about the single that the labels pick for them. Bro, I hated the record and the fucking label loved it. Like they loved it. Like they loved it so much that it irked me this record irked me from the moment I fucking made it. Like that's how bad this song was. So not only now is this record irking me to the point I made it, but now every time I come to the fucking label office, they're playing this fucking record. They're playing this fucking record, bro. Every time I come to the label office, this record is on rotation. Because now I got the marketing team listening to it. I got the execs listening to it. They're coming up with video treatments. They're coming up with this. So this is how it all starts, right? So it starts with, they go, all right, this is how we're going to set it up. We're going to put you in the K Michelle VSOP video. And you're going to play K Michelle's love interest in this video, this VSOP video. And I'm going to play it for you guys. Don't worry. We're going to get into all of this shit. So they said, yeah, we're going to put you in the VSOP video. And you know, this is K Michelle's record is blowing up at this time. So they're like, we're going to put you in the K Michelle VSOP video and you're going to be her love interest and everybody's going to see you and they're going to be like, who's this handsome guy? And all of this shit. And I'm going, Now, mind you, K Michelle is about like, at this time, she's like my big sister type shit. Like she's way older than me. I'm a kid, bro. So in my mind, I'm sitting there going, I'm going to play her love interest? Are you fucking kidding me? Like, I don't even think this is a good look for her. Like, what are we going to do? I'm going to show you. I'm in this video, gang. I'm about to play it. But I say, I don't think this is a good idea. I show up to the video shoot, bro. I literally show up. I tell them, I say, hey, guys, I was thinking, and like, I don't think, you know, and I walked in Kay's trailer to tell her this while the whole label is in there. I walk in there and I go, hey guys, so like, I was just thinking it over and I just don't think that like, you know, I should be like the love interest dude. But I had a homie of mine that was good friends with Chi Ali. I knew Chi Ali just came home. So I make a couple calls. I get Chi to pull up to the video. Nah, don't do that to Kay. Don't do that to King. This King gonna be like, why you do that to me? All right, so yeah, so Chi pulls up, and you know, he's older than K, and I thought it just would have been a good idea, like, you know what I mean? Chi Ali just came home, New York legend. You know what I mean? I don't mind still being in the video, but I just don't think I should be that. So let's go to like my little cameo in this video. So there go me. Look how young I look. How the fuck was I gonna be the goddamn love interest in the video, man? How y'all was gonna pull that off, Jeff? Look at this young ass nigga face. Look how young I look in this fucking video, gang. Like, how the hell was they gonna pull this off? How was they gonna do this? So y'all see that little dilemma. Meek said I look 14. Word, nigga. I'm little as hell. So I'm like, yo, I don't think, again, I'm glad the way the video turned out the way it did, because just imagine like how that would have looked. My little young ass and K Michelle video as her love interest and shit. That's why I was like, yo, I was a kid. Like, I didn't think that was a good idea for y'all to do that. But the video wound up coming out fire. I don't know what. Oh yeah. So this is their plan. They go, we gonna put, now mind you, at this time VSOP is huge. VSOP is blowing the fuck up. Like I think this was like the #1 song. He said music exec was just like slap a Steve Harvey mustache. Dead ass, bro. Yo. They definitely were. They were trying to set sis up for that one, bro. I think they were just thinking more on the lines of, you know, young dude, he's our next guy. Let's set him up with this joint. And then we'll use that momentum to like make K Michelle not only appeal to the young guys with his audience, but then make him appeal to her audience, which was, at the time, she was older than me. I don't know how old she was at this time. I don't want to say she was old, gang, but like she was older than me. You know what I mean? Like, very much so. Like, her and my mom were good friends. Like, when she was dating J.R. Smith and shit, I remember my mom used to come to the studio like to visit me, because she used to work down a block from where I recorded at. So like a lot of the times when she got off of work, she would just come to the studio. And at the time, the studio, it was like 3 rooms there. So it would always, the usuals, it would be like me, Kay, and Gabby, which y'all know Gabby Wilson as her, HER. So we were always in the studio every single fucking day. So when my moms would come, you know, my moms would come see me. I remember me and Kay was in the studio making a record. Me and Kay got this one song. Hold on, I'm gonna try to find it for y'all real quick too, while I tell y'all this. So me and Kay got this song called Mom Playing Tricks on Me, where like we sampled Mom Playing Tricks on Me, and my mom's comes over to the studio, and my mom's is like, Kate is going through something with Jay. I feel like I'm being messy as hell. I shouldn't even tell this story, blood. Nah. Y'all almost got me to tell some wild shit. Kate gonna call me after this live like, yo, why you telling people about that? All right. Let's just say, I'll just skip all the shit that happened with her and JR. But so my mom's comes in to see me, and we recording the song. And, you know, like, I don't know, something about the song just made Kay want to, like, spill her guts to my moms and shit. And then her and my moms all of a sudden became, like good friends, and they talking about shit. And, yeah, we wound up doing a song together after that. But so yeah, I'll play the song real quick for y'all.
Man, fuck us up, and she always out ain't checking in. I call her up, she texts back saying give me a min. I mean, it's probably nothing, me just bugging in again. All the shit I did, I know that karma ain't my friend. Pray to God that my boo won't do me like that. Somebody help me with that red running vice at. Shit ain't right, huh? Now either she been creeping out on me or I'm bugging in my mind playing tricks on me. Damn.
Don't be worried about what I'm gon' do. You gon' act a fool, I can act one too. I'm sick of all the shit that you put me through. I learned from the best, boy, I learned from you. Cause I'm on it, and you lonely. Cause you want it, cause he on it. I like him and I like you too. It's me playing tricks, not your mind on you. Oh,
My mind going 100 miles an hour. Like how you let another nigga in my towers. Like how you let another nigga take what's ours. Them type of thoughts make a nigga wanna do something. Load the clip, hop in the whip and shoot something. The way I'm talking, you would think as if I knew something. Just say I do, blame it on a hustler's ambition. Same shit apply whenever dealing with these women. Say she out with her girls and she need a space. Ain't no worse feeling than your shawty lying to your face. Say she off for work, she gon' be a little late. Visions of my baby laid up in another nigga's place. And if it's true, me and you be cool, never. You could do better, really, shawty, who better? These the type of thoughts had me getting sick, homie. Though we was magic, it's my mind playing tricks on me.
don't be worried about what I'm gon' do. You gon' act a fool, I can act one too. I'm sick of all the shit that you put me through. I learned from the best, boy, I learned from you. Cause I'm on it, and you lonely. Cause you want it, cause he on it. I like him and I like you too. It's me playing tricks, not your mind on you. Oh, men, y'all better learn to treat your woman right.
See, they don't make shit like this no more, bro.
She gon' walk out of your life. Every day that you out of sight, there's a nigga moving in and he's living your life.
So yeah, so that's me and Kay. That was me and Kay's joint. So me and Kay do that record, right? And then after we finish the record and shit, the label decides, right? So let me tell you a little, like, how shit would go sometimes with the label, bro. So the label would have bright ideas and then send me in the studio to, like, they'll be like, yo, you need to make 10 songs like this, right? 10 songs like this because we're thinking of doing this and marketing you as this. In the beginning, they kind of was letting me do what I wanted, right? Like, meaning, like, I was able to come and rap because I was more of a rapper. I could sing too, you know what I mean? Like, I'll play y'all some R&B shit. Like, I could sing my ass off. But that wasn't, I wasn't comfortable. I was more of a, like, I wasn't comfortable in that. You know what I mean? But the label wanted to exploit it. So the label, they're sitting there going, nah, dog, we're making you Chris Brown 2.0. The fuck are you talking about? Like, so I make all these type of rap records, right? And then they come in and go, nah, we're not doing that anymore. Because I think Trey just had, like, tremendous success. Like, Trey songs just had, like, tremendous success. This is the era of, like, the pretty boy singer niggas. Like, that's the only way I could think of saying it. I ain't gonna lie. It was the era of the pretty boy singer niggas. Like, the super, like, metrosexual looking ass August Alsina type looking niggas, bro. Like, this is the era of that. I'm talking about wet t-shirts with the muscles showing, with the fucking, I bet the neighbors know my name. Like, it was a lot of that shit going on. Like, you know what I mean? So, so the label, like, they looking at me, they like, hey, man, you need to be that. You need to be that for us right now. So we're going to send you in to make all these R&B records. Hold on, I'm going to try to find I'm laughing because I'm just thinking back to these conversations. I'm sorry, gang. Like some of these conversations, like as an adult, you look back and you go, "What the fuck was these niggas thinking about?" But anyway, so now they got me. So we make all these. So I say that to say this: that record that y'all just heard, I was gonna give that to Fad, like 100%. Trey not cute though. I have nothing to say on these topics. Hey, whatever. I'm just telling you what the label told me, Leedy. Like, you feel me? Like, this is at the time what they're telling me. Like, yeah, you're gonna be Chris Brown, Trey Songz, August Alsina. I think they even said fucking Jason Derulo at one point. Bro, the label really wanted something else than what they fucking had at the time. Cause I'm a nigga from East New York, Brooklyn, that then grew up in LA. I'm all kind of Pyrus. I'm all kind of like rough around the edges and shit. I'm looking at them like they hired me a personal trainer. I work with the personal trainer. I get my body, my trainer had me in shape like a motherfucker. They wanted me to do photo shoots with like my shirt, with like leather jackets and shit, with my shirt off and shit. I just wasn't going, bro. Like, just wasn't going. Like, I know I was hard to deal with. Like, I know I was at that time. But that's just because, like, I just didn't like it. Like, I'm like, my nigga, my homie's gonna look at this shit like, who the fuck you think you is, nigga? Tyrese? And the crazy thing is, Tyrese was on my label. Like, Tyrese, my big homie. If you go on Twitter right now, I swear to God. Like, matter of fact, this is exactly why we got this shit. If you go on X right now and you go and look up Tyrese was tweeting my music, all of that shit, because they had set up to where I was supposed to do a Coca-Cola commercial. Remember Tyrese was the Coca-Cola dude? Like, he was the Coca-Cola ambassador thing. So because they wanted to do this whole fucking R&B, Trey Songz, Chris Brown shit with me, they had hold on, let me see if I can find a tweet. They had my label had this idea of like, why is it, how would I find that? A tweet like that? Cause it's gonna come up like this, and it's an old ass tweet. I would have to like go like to the beginning of my fucking, no. I can't find. Maybe y'all be able to find it. If you type it in the search bar, how does that work? Tell me how that works, gang. Cause it wouldn't be on top. It's an old tweet. But Tyrese, he was tweeting that shit heavy because the label, again, with another bright idea, they like, yo, you, nigga, BX said that's why. BX, imagine fucking pictures of me. You go look back and I got my shirt off and my chest all wet and shit with a leather jacket. Come on, blood. Come on, blood. Niggas with a, yo, I get it though. Look, hey, label, listen, I see what the vision y'all had. Wrong nigga though. Y'all just had the wrong nigga though. But I see what y'all wanted to do. So anyway, on your own time, y'all could probably find that tweet. But if somebody find that tweet, let me know. Drop it in the chat here, and so I could pull it up as a link or something. But yeah, so now I'm going to get into the Koi joint. Because I know niggas is like, yo, you done talked about this Koi record. I got to get into the Koi joint, bro. So they want me to be, again, they want me to be fucking, y'all know this. So I'm fighting to have my own shit. So I got, look how young I was here, bro.
I mean, a light that, you know, I always say, like, I'm new to this whole situation, like this whole experience right here. you know, look at me in a light that, you know, I always say, like, from the start, I'm a kid from 600 Wyoming.
Look at that baby face,
I was one of the kids that was in the street playing skelsies, chilling on the block, trying to chase every little shorty out there.
I damn sure was, blood. That's Jeff Robinson. That's my mama.
Like, to have everyone looking at me like, you know what I'm saying, as the thing to be now is amazing, and it's honestly humbling, you know, that I have this experience.
That was the team, the MBK team. That's DJ Enough.
In my music, I put a lot of that. I put my experiences with women and, you know, all in love and the things that come with that, and, you know, just growing up.
I can't believe my baby was missing. I can't seem to get you out of my brain. Somebody stop the room from spinning. Oh,
yes, that's me singing, gang.
I keep playing these thoughts over in my head.
No, what happened?
So well, just get along.
Sorry.
He was missing. I can't seem to get you out of my brain. Somebody stop the room from spinning. Oh, I think I'm going.
He said, not the baby oil. Yeah, bro, the baby oil.
Over in my head. Can't break the strange, I get you with me. And this medication ain't working. Honestly, my symptoms work. Feels like I'm in hell. And I can feel these things so back to me. Give me some help. Cause I don't like it, my feelings are better. I'm the psycho. I'm the psycho. I'm the psycho. What's happening, baby? I'm the psycho. I'm the psycho. I'm the psycho. What you doing?
There's a long one.
I'm at the studio to come and see you. Cause tonight is my night. I'ma do you right. I'ma get so deep inside. Then I'ma make you scream, baby. Oh, girl, I'ma make you scream.
A little bit of the R&B stuff. They say throw their hands in the sky. We laugh at them silly guys. Lights out, Benny by. Fame got many guys waiting on the word said on any guy, any size. Men lie, women lie, way too many lie. Although I paint a vivid picture like Van Gogh, flow still gritty cause the city that I stand for. BR00, bond card 007. Bad chicks fighting off of one dick. Shit. I spit sick even if I would perform on your song. Guarantee your verse will be fast forward it's. You could be Voltron or the Megazord. Still could connect words better when I'm on shit. Take caution, I'm known to still booze often. Take them to the loft and show them how life's awesome. Rockstar life, skull heads and ice crosses. Lindsay Lohan's, cocaine and white pauses, man.
All right, man. Why don't you introduce everybody to the video, man?
This is the world premiere of my video. Y'all all get to see it here with me first. Thank you everybody for coming out. I hope you guys enjoy it. Matter of fact, I hope you guys love it. And yeah, it's going out. This is the Koi video. Space Stars up in here. Black
Hold on, let me make this clear too, because a lot of them, I've been wanting to say this too. I introduced bike life to hip hop. Period. 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 If you go, first of all, the reason why I was so heavy with the bike life shit was because my man's right there with the black t-shirt on, that's Iceman, the nigga I always reference that took me out to LA to meet Chris Mills and all of that. That's Iceman right there in the black t-shirt. Iceman was the head motorcycle. Him, Wink 1100, and Frost were the main riders for Rough Riders, the bike side of Rough Riders. We had the whole city taken over. This is when Rough Riders used to come out and it used to be 1,000 bikes. that's what I grew up with in the East, watching my uncles and all that be part of this thing. So when the label came to me on what do you want to introduce as the first thing, I was like, well, I gotta include Bike Life. I used to have shirts. My man's got one of them on right now. Those are the first official merchandise from me. It was a shirt that had the team name on it. It said Fame in the front, and in the back it said Blocks, you heard? Because we had a slogan. We used to go Blocks, you heard? And blocks meaning like when you wheelie a bike, how many blocks can you do? So my niggas, we would say niggas got blocks for days. So it became like a greeting thing for us. Like when we see each other, blocks, you heard? Blocks, you heard? You know what I mean? Like that was just our calling sign type shit. Word, Biker Boy, that's my man Ice. He did all the stunts for Derek Luke, the dude in the black t-shirt right there. He did, if you go look at that movie Biker Boys, everything you see Derek Luke do from the standing up to the T-pose to the fucking, the Willie with the legs split, that's all my homie. These is all Rough Rider niggas that I had shot for the video. So I introduced Bike Life to hip hop, not Meek. Sorry, Meek. I gotta take that back. You did not introduce Bike Life to hip hop. If you go and look at the date of when these records came out, I'm a Boss came out 2 years after this song. But let's get into this Koi video that I fucking hate. Well, song that I hate. Video's cool, but I hate this song. I ain't gonna lie.
Girls on me, them boys what it is, I'm what it's gonna be. You staring at the future, ESP. The space stars deep, so the tag gon' be high. Bottles on deck, make your baby say I. Standing on your couches, screaming we up in this flow for the night. Is I ain't trying to remember. Stumbling my sentences, telling chicks they haven't seen. From the look I estimate, I'm indefinite. Let's make the best of it. Bring your friend too, and y'all can share this deep, cause that's what friends do. Alcohol sparkles all the time. You ain't shining in the club cause your table next to mine. And it's the type of attitude that get them all the time. Cause they all love a young getting this shine. I can make you fall in love with me tonight. Oh, show you things that you never seen in life. But I ain't come here to find love. Even though you finance, the timing ain't right, but I'm feeling all nice, and I won't remember you in the morning.
That is embarrassing. So, bro, that's literally what happens when you let a label fully take over your brand, your identity, and you completely conform to what they do. I had very little say-so in that record. I had very little say-so. And only thing I did have say-so in, and I gotta admit is I had say-so. Stein, what's going on, my brother? Only thing I had say-so in was the fact that I was like, we gotta include motorcycles, we gotta include this, we gotta include everybody that's in that video was like people from my block, people I grew up with, my family, my uncles. Everybody was from just different, you know. It was just a dope moment for my hood because I had left for a very long time. You know what I mean? I left to, you know, at 15, I left to LA, and then I come back, and then when I come back and mind you, I'm still living in LA at this time, but I'm coming back because now I have the deal with MBK, but I live in LA. But this was the first video we shot when I came back, and I got a chance to, you know, see all my old friends, all my old, like, my family and all of them people. Like, so I think that's probably like the best part of that video is like looking back is like, wow, you know, all the people that's in it are people that some I haven't seen, some have passed on. Actually, I just saw a clip of somebody in that video that's no longer here with us. RP to Jason Hootie. Jason Hootie was actually my first manager, my very first manager, for anything before Harvey. Like when I was just local. I mean, we didn't have big plans or anything, but he always was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you on." Like, But so yeah, that's what made that, I think, that so dope for me, was that entire process. But yeah, I hated that fucking song. Then shortly after that, we take that song to 106 in Park. Now we're like I think the highest we went was like number 8 on the countdown. But yeah, that was amazing to be on 106 in Park and shit like that. But even then, bro, I still was on some like, my label hated me because I didn't like going to the events. I didn't like going. I was so accustomed to being behind the scenes that I remember I was sitting at a photo shoot and one of my A&Rs were there. Her name is Misha. And I was sitting at a photo shoot and I was just taking everything in, to be honest, because I'm sitting there, bro, and I'm like, I'm in this big ass warehouse, all these 5 cameramen. I have a stylist off to the side. I have like all the bright lights. I have my music playing. I have like an entire label operating around what I'm doing. And it was overwhelming because, bro, I'm the guy in the back. And now I'm in front of the camera. And I remember I was sitting there and they were like telling me to do certain poses and do this. And at one point I just blanked out like a deer in headlights, like no bullshit. And it was because, bro, I just was like, I felt like I wasn't supposed to be there. Like, you know what I mean? I just felt like yo, what the fuck? Like, it was like an out of body experience. And then I remember Misha coming over and saying, "Are you okay? Is everything all right with you?" And I was just like, "Yeah, I'm fine. She's like, "Yeah, but you should be like more happy. Like, look at everything that's happening and da." And I think my whole stance on it was just like, it was a lot. It was a lot. It was a lot to take in. And even to this day, I'm pretty sure she looks back at that situation and probably thinks like I was ungrateful, or, well, maybe not ungrateful, but she probably is like, you know, what was wrong with me that day. And, you know, hopefully she sees this video and knows that, like, you know, it was just a lot to take in, bro. You know, it really was. And then you got to understand too, not only am I doing this photo shoot, but I just feel like, I think because I think it was such an out of body experience for me because I wasn't connected to that music. Like, I'm not connected to that song. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when I hear that song, it does nothing for me. Like, it's just it's a memory that I have, but it really does nothing for me. Like, it's a record, and I felt like that was happening. I felt like I was being turned into something rather than being accepted for what I wanted and what I wanted to bring forward. Like, you know what I mean? So there was a fight in that fucking label, bro. I remember they sat me down and had a conversation, and I've told this story a couple of times, but I remember they sat me down and had a conversation and said, "What do you want to be, Fabulous or Chris Brown?" And my answer to them was like, "Why can't I be both?" And they was like, "'Cause it doesn't work like that." I just got the OD like motherfuckers just start yelling at a nigga like crazy. Like, it was wild. But yeah, so I mean, that was an interesting time. And I think ever since then, I just strayed away from the artist shit since then. So even when other situations would come around, I never would like fully want to engage in them because there's a sense of like, well, what I created now, y'all kind of know me for me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the people that fuck with me in this chat that come in here, y'all know me for me. And just knowing me for me, right? Let me see in the chat if anybody agree. And just knowing me for me, does that record sound like a Chapo record? Like, does that sound like Chapo's heart was in that? Or does that sound like somebody told Chapo to make a song? Like, I want to see in front of people that know me type shit. Like, because to me, it just sounds like Mika said, "Glad you decided to come back." Word. I'm glad I decided to come back. The reason why is because, honestly, I blame the Chop Shop, man. The Chop Shop, like, I had no intentions on putting out any more music, bro. I really didn't. My whole MO, everybody like, nope. Hell no. Yo, my whole intentions, gang, like, when this battle popped off, when this K-Dot, this culture battle, and I hate to talk about it, but it's such a big part of it, you know, such a big part of my story, bro, this battle, and it's kind of like it was the end of a chapter for me, but the beginning of a new one, like, you know what I mean? I knew it was about what was about to happen, and when it happened, I thought that because I was stuck in an echo chamber, I went on TikTok and I tell the story all the time. And I really genuinely wanted to see what the fans were saying, not what the industry was saying, not what my rap friends were saying, not what anything was saying. Because I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. The talk in the industry was Kendrick is about to get mopped. I'm gonna be 100% real with y'all. That was the talks in the industry. And I'm talking about from execs, rappers. That's why it's so funny to see everybody dick ride right now. Because if you was there from the beginning, if you were really there from the beginning, you know who was the ones that was you know what I mean? That was frontlining for shit. Before it became cool to frontline for shit. No, they did. They knew very... See, here's the thing, Mika. I'm going to tell you what it is. The rappers, like the rappers. Wait, I gotta be honest. There were even rappers that were saying, yeah, I don't know. I was one of the niggas like, y'all niggas is crazy. I took it as a sigh of relief when motherfuckers said, Chop, don't get involved. Anyway, that just wasn't it, bro. That just wasn't it. And I kind of let niggas know that wasn't it. And then the rest is history from there. Y'all know what happened. But I just remember in the beginning, a lot of motherfuckers saying, yeah, Dot's not going to be able to woo. And I said, y'all niggas got to be out y'all fucking minds. And I started voicing that opinion online. And then the fans put me on, like, I was calling it evenly. For these are guys I fuck with hard, bro. So I really tried to just be a down the middle. Bruh, you can ask Dot this, you can ask Dave this. If they would have dropped something whack, I'd have been like, that ain't it. That ain't it. I would have said it. I would have been like, yo, that's just not it, blood. But niggas took, when I said that ain't it, as, oh, because you be with them niggas, that's why you try. And I'm like, nigga, all this shit, you think I'm sitting here trying to, like, hate on you, my boy? Like, I'm trying to, like, some kind of sabotage? Like, the nerve of you. But anyway, I wound up being fucking right and saying everything I said, because every critique that came out about them records, I told niggas, you can't tell a nigga nothing, blood. And and this is where Dot's genius comes in, bro. This is the genius of Dot. Bro, Dot is so fucking strategic that he knew niggas you could possibly run to. So what did he do? He made you question every nigga around you, blood. So now you looking at everybody like who, bro, they thought I was the mole for like Mike. Remember when they dead thought I was the mole? Remember when the whole TikTok thought I was the mole? They kept coming on my page. It was like, yo, telling Orbs don't talk to me. Like, yo. Bro, niggas really thought I was the mole for a long time, bro. For a long time, for like months. There was months of this going on, bro. To the point where I really think that nigga believed it, bro. No bullshit. But yeah, niggas thought I was the mole. Niggas thought that I was like leaking shit to Dave or like I'm the one that gave niggas the fucking the suitcase. Yo, there was so much shit going on at this time. I can't really remember it because I was literally in the middle of it and I was like fucking living. So it was just like, it was nuts. It was nuts. It was nuts. And yeah, and then the genius of that, like a lot of people still don't understand why 616 in LA is labeled that. And like a lot of people still don't even, like, people still to this day haven't put that together. Like, Dot just masterclass in separating a nigga from his biggest strengths. Let's try to talk a little, like, in separating somebody from their biggest strengths and, like, truly isolating that person. Like, he isolated Orbs because he knew the people around that would make it interesting, let's just say. And in no way, shape, or form am I saying the battle would have turned out any other fucking way like that, but it probably would have been a little bit more entertaining. A lot of people still don't even understand that 616 in LA, but I'm gonna talk about what Joe I think Joe just said something that was pretty interesting that I kind of was like, that's an interesting perspective. Let me find it. And then we'll get into the AMGs versus SRTs record, and I'll let you guys see a little bit of what that oh no, it was Ack. It was Ack. And what's his name was responding to Ack. So this is what Ack decides to tweet out.
Chicks.
Get ready.
You know what to do, chicks.
Listen, Chick Smooth. Hey, Chick Smooth. Appreciate all the coverage that you've been doing. I've been watching your shit for a while. I just subscribed to your shit too, bro.
Oh, nah. This is evil, you guys. This is flat out just sabotaging somebody's career. This is how you know you don't want your favorite artist to actually succeed. After so many people have told DJ Academics, bro, please stop being Drake's mouthpiece. I know you love him. I know that's your favorite artist. I know you want to see him back on top in the music game. But at a certain point, you have to understand that what you're doing is not helping Drake. As a matter of fact, it's actually hurting Drake more than you can imagine. If you guys remember last year, Joe Budden actually spoke out and told Academics, stop reporting on Drake news and giving Drake fans unrealistic expectations about his music.
Ack, you gotta know that any Drake news coming from you looks away now.
Yeah, it looks suspect.
Yeah.
Ack is the one on stream during the NBA Finals with the hacker dude on the thing, explaining to him, showing him the invoice. He's dropping names. Like, good journalistic shit you was doing, Ack, but you gotta know that any Drake news coming from you is viewed through a different type of eye. Even if you just working off your own speculation, even if Drake didn't tell you shit, it comes off as a mission sent from Drake. And that could...
It is what it is. I don't want to dwell on this shit too long. I just thought that what Joe said was pretty accurate when it comes to the Ack shit. Like, yo, bro, stop being his mouthpiece. If he's gonna drop some, let him drop it. I mean, the whole album leaked. I told y'all there was no album. I told y'all there was some ideas. You know what I mean? I said there's ideas there that they have. A lot of these ideas are older. Like, I can't lie. A lot of these vibes are older. Like, they're like from like 2021, 22. Some of them like are a little bit newer, updated, verses swapped out and shit. Like, he was in no way trying to put out another project. We're going to end this with AMGs and SRTs. I'm going to talk about this record just because I feel like this song went like really under the radar. Let me start off of why the song is even called AMGs versus SRTs. I'm making this song, so I'm like, how do I separate? So there's, in our neighborhoods, there are, what I would say, there's different hustles in the hood. You have your scammer type, which is more of the new age kids, like the credit card scammers and all of those type of guys. And then you got the classic dope boy, the classic hustler, the classic the classic hustler. So in the hood, you have these two dynamic characters, right? And I always felt the dope boys were more of the older guys, and the scammers were more the younger guys. The dope boys like the AMGs and the luxury cars. The scammer niggas, they like the fast shit. They like the Hellcats. So I wanted to tell that story of what it's like when you have the dope boys going against the younger cats and the Hellcats and all that. So there is no good versus bad in this scenario. But I looked at the dope boys as like the good. Well, not that I looked at, but I used them as the good guys for the story, for the sake of the story, gang. Let's keep it on the sake of the story, because I don't want it to be like, yo, did Chapo just say the dope boys are good for the community? No, he did not. I'm saying for the sake of the story, I would represent the AMG side versus the Hellcat story. So I wanted to tell this story of the two different hustles and how they coincide and how sometimes these two groups of people bump heads. And, you know, there's always that ideology of wanting to be on, you know, your side versus my side. So what scene in the Sinners movie stood out to me that I felt like I could use this to tell the story was the scene where it's the last stand scene. It's literally when they're about to like go at it with them. So this is the scene that I wrote AMGs versus SRTs. It's a story, and you really got to follow the story, because I try to paint the scenario of growing up, and I took very heavy storytelling from Big, creating a scene, setting the ambiance, setting the vibe of the record. This is produced by my homie Noise, and I remember he sent it to me, and there was a singer on it by the name of Alicia. I thought the Alicia was a sample. Come to find out, that's his sister. So I'll point that out. But let's play this scene, and I want y'all to vibe out to this real quick.
Nigga, we gon' be the one, bet when it's all said and done. Time eat, make sure the table's set for one. Try too hard when they go against the one, then I'm all in, this what they want, let's have fun. All I see, AMGs versus SRTs. Keep that shit, my nigga, that not these. If we please, we caught them by threes. Quick little story in my issue. Spoke to Lucy, cop from a baby. Got some word niggas moving sneakily, tryna creep me. Hope they catch me slipping in my GT. Baby mama bitch named Cece. Used to fuck, she love me deeply. Said a BB. Some scamming nigga, some Atlanta nigga. Matter fuck this BM and can't stand a nigga tryna get me set up, be with up. Shit fuck my head up. Call my niggas, think it's time that we get up. Remember them cats from the D League with the SRTs. They got big dreams to take over. Let me think this over now. Fucking make sure to send them boys a lesson. Wipe them out, make the streets forget them. That 5 niggas splitting 100K shit dead. Return of the dope boy, the streets are dead. The play in motion, CC text him, tell him meet you at the Westin. Room 107. Be the one, bet when it's all said and done. Time eat, make sure the table's set for one. Try too hard when they go against the one, then I'm all in, this what they want, let's have fun. All I see, AMGs versus SRTs. Keep that shit, my nigga, that not these. If we please, we caught them by threes. Finish up the story, hear my issue. Nigga walked in with a slight grin, eyes got open that shit when he seen us 9M. Dropped in his knees, copping please. Nah, big homie, please. Give me time, I give you anything you need. Start telling me the whole operation. Running cards in different states, hitting banks and even got machines to make them. You can have that shit, don't kill me. Shut the fuck up, nigga. Fuck, I look like swiping Giphies. Now that shit don't fit me, but I see potential. Respect your hustle. So I do us both a favor, say you trouble. From now on, I'm who your crew report to. Resume the operations normal. Take a quick ride, get up in the car, let my men escort you. Seems we addressed everything but you. The fact you try to do me and they sitting comfortable. Hold the barrel to the back of his head, bitch, nigga, fuck. the one, bet when it's all said and done. Time eat, make sure the table's set for one. Try too hard when they go against the one, then them all in. That's what they want, let's have fun. All I see, AMGs versus SRTs. Keep that shit, my nigga, that not these. If we please, we got them by threes. Quick little story of my issue. Then the respect, they gotta be reciprocated. Then the respect gotta be reciprocated. Then obviously it ends with the sun setting. So as y'all can see, like I wanted to create a battle of two different just ideologies, two different states of mind. Smoke was looking at it more so like, I don't want to do this to my brother. I don't want to have to do this. But the fact that you kind of forced me to this. So I took just that anger that they both had with each other, and I tried to create a duality in my world. Like, what would be that duality of having a brother in my hood, in my neighborhood, and you seeing they hustle, you respect they hustle, you actually looking at them and going, yeah, I will, yeah, y'all doing y'all thing, and then that person all of a sudden now plots on you. Now that person is plotting on you. Now that person, how do you sit there and handle that? Do you handle that with grace? Do you sit there and be like, do you retaliate? So I wanted to dive into that with a story, and I don't know if you caught a little bit of the story, but the lyrics go, I sparked a Lucy, cop from Habibi. I got some word niggas moving sneakily, trying to creep me. Hope they catch me slipping in my GT. Baby mama bitch named Cece. Used to fuck, she loved me deeply. Said a BD. Some scamming nigga, some Atlanta nigga mad I fucked his BM and can't stand a nigga trying to get me set up, be wed up, shit fuck my head up. I call my niggas, think it's time that we get up. Remember them cats from the D-League with the SRTs? Seem they got big dreams to take over. Let me think this over now. Fucking make sure to send them boys a lesson. Wipe them out. Make the streets forget them. That 5 niggas splitting 100K shit dead it. Return of the dope boys. The streets indebted. The play in motion. CC text them. Tell them meet you at the Westin. Room 107. And then the hook is, we gon' be the one, bet when it's all said and done. Time eat, make sure the table's set for one. Try too hard when they go against the one. Send them all in, this what they want. Let's have fun. All I see, AMGs versus SRTs. Keep that shit, my nigga, that not these. If we please, we cop them by threes. Finish up the story, hear my issue. And then I finish up the story. Nigga walked in with a slight grin, eyes got open that shit when he seen us 9M. Dropped to his knees, copping please. Nah, big homie, please. Give me time, I give you anything you need. Start telling me the whole operation. Running cars in different states, hitting banks in, and even got machines to make them. You can have that shit, don't kill me. Shut the fuck up, nigga. Fuck, I look like swiping Giphies. Now the shit don't fit me, but I see potential. Respect your hustle. So I'll do is both a favor, save you trouble. From now on, I'm who your crew report to. Resume the operations normal. Take a quick ride, get up in the car, let my mans escort you. Seems we addressed everything but you. The fact you tried to do me and ain't sitting comfortable. Hold the barrel to the back of his head, bitch nigga, fuck you. So, as you can see, when the young kid in the movie was fighting the vampire, it was that, you know what? I choose me. I choose my life. Fuck this. Like, you know what I mean? I'm gonna crash out for mine. So that whole scene was the scene that I kind of like
used as the inspiration to create that versus AMGs versus SRTs. I just put it in my language for the streets in a way they can understand. And I use AMGs just because of the luxury and what it represents. And then I use the SRTs because of what, you know, Hellcats, hell being hell, and then just the whole ideology of the kids that want those type of vehicles. You know what I mean? It's always them YNs. They love them SRTs, I tell you that. So I wanted to show that duality of not just a generational thing, but a difference in hustle. You know what I mean? Like, I kind of learned from the OGs on some, you know, this is how you hustle. You don't take. Like, you don't steal. Like, and not saying that scammers steal or anything like that, but there is a sense of, you know, you stealing people info. It's very, what's the word for it? Like, very tricky. Like, you know what I mean? Whereas in the people that taught me was more like, nah, nigga, go out there and get it type shit. You don't take nothing. You go out and get your own. So I just wanted to explain a little bit of that duality in that record, and get it going from there. This was Mind of a Sinner, episode 5. We did a nice little 2 hours type shit. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go back, as y'all know, as I always do, and edit a couple things. But again, I'm so thankful for the people that's still here, the people that were here earlier, the people that tuned out because it got a little bit too late. As you can see, we got a little sidetracked into different things, but I think that's the whole purpose of this series, is just to let y'all in my mind of what I'm thinking about at the time, what I'm feeling at the time, what I feel the conversations lead to. Like, I don't want to get into a thing where this starts becoming like a job, or like it feels like, he's just talking to talk now. Like, you know what I mean? I really want to always have something to say. I always love talking to you guys. You guys make this shit like a ball. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I love seeing the new people come in here. I love seeing all the new faces and all the, you know, the day ones, and even the people who, you know, were day ones that aren't here anymore. You know what I mean? Shout out to y'all. Maybe y'all just didn't catch this episode, but, you know, I just, you know, I only do this for one purpose, and that's just to talk to y'all and thank you guys for, like, supporting me. You know what I mean? I don't really ask nothing from you guys. I don't got my Cash App up here and all of that. I mean, if you want to hit the Cash App, hit the Cash App. Moolah, RYL. MULA, RYL. But, you know, that's never really the case with me. I really just do this just because I enjoy talking to you guys, and I just enjoy hip-hop. And I enjoy making y'all part of this. And I enjoy telling some of these stories, man. Like, I have, like, so much more to tell y'all. Like, just industry stories, things y'all probably may not have known. Like, I'm pretty sure y'all didn't even know I was in that VSOP video. And, you know, I got so much music, like, from other artists that I don't have out there that I would love to play on here for you guys. So, same way I just played that K Michelle joint. Like, you know, we just got a lot of dope stories, and yeah, man, it's just getting started, man. It's just getting started. I hate the fact that, like, I am fighting some. Let me say this before we go out of here, though. I hate when I see people say they're independent or they're fighting against the machine. Like, if y'all, honestly, 100%, if y'all want to see what it's really like to fight the machine, what it's like to be buried in algorithms, what it's like to have burners come at you night and day, to have people who you really call. I watched Joe Budden get on his show and act like he doesn't even fucking know me when there's literal footage of us on tour together. Like, ghostwriter. Like, you feel me? I don't know why it's me versus him. It's always gonna be like that. And until I get, you know, I guess to a certain level, it's always gonna be that. Like nobody's gonna pick the guy with the it's I don't know, bro. I don't know. I wouldn't operate like some of the way these guys do, but then again, I don't know if they're like doing me a favor by not like, you know, because I haven't. There are certain things out there that I'm not supposed to speak on and things like that, but like I just feel like these guys know me. You know what I mean? It's comical when they do it, but I get it. You know, I get it. So I just kind of just continue to play my role. But yeah, man, I got plenty more of these. I got plenty more songs, plenty more records that's like people didn't know about. You know, I've penned a lot. I've done a lot in this industry, and I've been fortunate to be around as long as I have, and people even still care about, you know, what I got going on. So I don't really like take that shit to the heart. You know what I mean? I'm pretty, like I said, I know these guys know me. You know what I mean? I speak to these guys. So it's like, if they want to bring me up on their platform, if they don't want to bring me up on their platform, they want to talk about me, if they don't want to talk about me, it don't really bother me because I just look at it like, this is all, this is the entertainment business. You know what I mean? Real is real. And I know what I know what's going on. Let's just say that. But again, I'm so thankful to you guys, bro. All I ask from y'all every time, tell a friend to tell a friend. I built my fan base from the ground up. I'm proud of every single stream that I see. I don't look at shit as just a number. I look at, if I got one stream, that's a person that took time out of their day to listen to me. Like, you know what I mean? And for a while, the world was listening to me through a different vessel. And I'm just thankful that I'm having the ability to hear from my voice. You know what I mean? That's all I can ask. And then to be able to do it and not have to like compromise myself. Like, this is like the first time I'm able to put my shit out and really be myself and not have to worry about a label trying to make me Chris Brown 2.0 or Trey Songz 2.0 or a label expecting this out of me or that out of me. It's an amazing feeling, you know what I mean? To have the freedom of people liking me for me. I'm not even going to read that. I'm not even going to read that chat. On that note, I'm up out of here. I love y'all again. I've been trying to sign up for like the last hour, but I love y'all, gang. It's always fun. Shit, like I said, I might update the schedule to where we streaming a little bit more. But Mika, you crazy. But I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Mind of a Sinner. Go stream the Sinner's album out now. Please go stream that album. Stream the other music. Like Stein said, just put me on shuffle and I guarantee you're in for some dope shit. I love y'all because when you're bracking, it's like this.